spent yesterday driving up from Washington, got into Vancouver, and then I hopped on a ferry over to Langdale, drove that coast yesterday, and got up to Earls Cove and stayed just off of the ferry at Earls Cove last night, and got up this morning and hopped on the ferry over to Powell River. I just had a little bit of breakfast, and now I am headed up to the trailhead, and it's about 10:30 right now, so I'm hoping I can get a pretty good campsite up there. It would be sweet to get the one that has like a really good view and all that. I think they all have good views, but there's one that's like pretty prominent right there. But I'm very excited to check out this hike. This hike's been on my bucket list for such a long time. I've seen photos of it years and years and years ago, and so it's cool to finally be back, or to be up here. I've made it to where we're gonna park tonight. I just spent about an hour and a half driving some pretty wild, pretty gnarly back roads. Just really beat up and rough roads, a lot of potholes, things like that. So it just took a very long time to get up here. But I parked, so you can drive to the trailhead that AllTrails sends you to, but if you keep driving up the road, you kind of switch backs up the along with the trail. So if you do that, you save a lot of mileage of hiking and a lot of vertical hiking. So this is my campsite, or sorry, not campsite, parking site. And the trail's just over there, and which there's a fire pit. This would be an absolute epic spot to camp. There's such an incredible view here. So I'm gonna get my bag packed and then start hiking. It is about noon, a little after noon. It's pretty warm out, so shed a couple layers and then start hiking up. So I'm just checking AllTrails. So it looks like I'm about 2 miles in already of the hike. So I've saved about 2 miles, really 4 miles of round trip hiking, which means I only have about 1.5 miles of hiking. A lot of vertical still, but it's a lot less distance. So 27, still have about 1,000 feet of vertical in 1.5 miles, so it's still gonna be pretty steep. All right, sleeping bag, pad. I'm gonna fill up a couple bottles of water. And then I think for dinner, we're gonna do these dehydrated meals. I'm gonna put these into the bear bin. Toothbrush. Backpacking pillow. This is by Nemo. Hand sanitizer. Lighter. Bring this bug spray even though I never end up using it. So I want to see what my base weight is for this pack today, because I want to try and just see where we're at. So we'll see. We got some Blue Sharks, Cheez-Its. I'm not gonna bring all of these. Actually, it's not a very big bag. I'll bring all of them. We got a puffy, in case it gets a little chilly. Headlamp. I'm bringing a battery bank. Unfortunately, this is the only one I have, and it's huge. But my phone doesn't have a ton of battery life on it right now. think I am going to bring the 7200. I know I'm crazy, but I will backpack with this if I feel like it's gonna be worth it. So in this instance, with all these mountains, I think sunset could absolutely be epic with some really telephoto photos, maybe with a tent there with the mountains behind it, some compression shots. I would love to get my base weight under 20 pounds. I don't think that's gonna happen today, but I think if I change out some of this gear, my sleeping bag is kind of heavy. That thing's like 20 years old anyway, so I should replace it. This tent is not really meant for backpacking, at least like a lightweight one. You can use it for backpacking. Obviously, I have a lot, but it's more best for like car camping or, you know, something like that. So typically a base weight means your pack before you add food and water, because that will vary based on trips, right? Some trips you may need more or less water, some trips you may need more or less food. So your base weight is like what you need before trip specific items, I guess you could say. $27.2. $27.2. That is a lot more than I was hoping it would be. Part about doing a lot of these trips, hikes, adventures by myself is I don't have anybody to film. So I have to bring my tripod as well so I can film myself at least. All right, got the bag on. It is a heavy pack today, that is for sure. See you later, car. Let's get going. A little before 1, hitting the trail. Start a workout. God, this place is stunning. Okay, a little over half a mile in. Over 400 feet elevation. I'm cooked. Check this out. Hard to tell, but that's straight up. Oh, made it. And that is the campsite I want. Insane. Made it up here. It took me about 40 minutes to get up here. It was about a 1.3 mile hike from where I parked. I snagged the tent pad that I wanted. It's right here on this cliff. That has a view of that. So yeah, it's not too bad. Gonna hang out here for a little bit and, well, the whole day really. Here we go, here's the hut. That's gonna be my tent pad down there. Let's go check out inside. Got a little stove, fire burner. Pellet stove, instructions on it. The bench, a little area, some nice windows. This would be a nice spot to hang out in the winter to get out of some crappy weather or if it was like raining, pouring rain or something. This would be a nice area to shelter in. Going upstairs. Not too much. Like some trash or something, I don't know. But And then we've got a couple of Bear canisters. Put it in there. And then looks like we have another couple tent pads over here, maybe. Yeah, there's one right here. That's a pretty good view as well. I think they've all got some pretty good views. Up here we have some, I guess, composting bathrooms, I think. That's kind of cool. It's nice that they have bathrooms. I don't know how clean or pleasant they are, but it's better than nothing. Wow, what a place. Never been to Norway, but I kind of imagine that this is what it would be like. Damn. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to watch sunset here. So I've been hanging out up here at Tin Hat Hut all day and made some new friends. We've just been hanging out. There's a group of 3 others who hiked up about an hour after me or so, and they're doing a longer through hike. And so we just hung out and played cards all afternoon and chatted, but the sun is setting now, and this is the insane view. Look at this place. It is incredible. Good morning from the Tin Hat Hut. I just woke up a little bit ago. It's a little after 5. The sun is technically rising, I think, right now, and it is epic out here. Did not get great sleep last night. I woke up like every hour, but that's right. Yeah, these bugs are really bad out here. Yeah, just gonna enjoy sunrise, take a few photos, and then probably just pack up and get out of here. I do need to get going because I gotta get across 2 ferries and then over to the mainland to get to drive up to Squamish and meet up with a friend. But yeah, good way to start the day. It's nice to be out in the mountains again. You can actually see where I parked from here. Right down there along that road.
That's where I parked. And then I hiked up kind of this ridge. But... Alright, I'm gonna start packing up my bag and the tent and start hiking soon. I'm gonna hike out with some of the others because they need water refilled, so I'm gonna hike down with them and they're gonna refill up my car because I have a couple gallons there and it's on the trail that they're hiking down, so that's perfect.